Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Couple Heroes 1 replay. So on the left side as the Panzer Elite forces, we have Arashenstein. Spawn as his Wehrmacht ally, we have MrSleaze. Spawn as the British forces, we have Fishshwa. As I see the word fish and Eshwa. I'm thinking Fishshwa. Butchering that quite nicely. And as his teammate, we have Roy92. Oh, looks like the two players are chatting along, the Wehrmacht player and the Panzer Elite player. Grad down here. No doctrine selected just yet. Go part for squads. Not being aggressive to capture up any particular sector to lock it down. Probably one was locked down up here, I'm guessing. Let's see, any other good sectors? +5 is not too great. Maybe one go in munitions sector here, another one go in this munitions sector. One person could easily deploy his HQs up here to get the more income at least. Grad will capture this fuel sector. Go for a squad, I'm for this munitions sector. Also the fuel will be eyed as well. First conflict here. A bit of a one-sided conflict. Grad does take a pretty good volley there, taking some severe damage. I think it's getting a little bit lucky, it depends. And he does escape out of there. And does take off the Panzer Grenadiers so they can push forward. And Grad, after capture that sector, needs to keep on driving. Panzer Grenadiers are nice and close. Lieutenant is pushed way forward and inspire the Scorpion squad to fight harder. This one does fall back. I wonder if he used to deploy that as marksman in that conflict. No G43 is being deployed out by this player. Maybe eyeing for some STGs, or maybe eyeing for some Panzerschrecks. Panzer Grenadiers now engaged in the Scorpion squad at very close range, and should be able to force him back no problem. Does fall back there with the Lieutenant. Lieutenant could have just soft traded towards the munitions sector, so probably would have been pursued by the Panzer Grenadiers. Additional Panzer Grenadiers now deployed on the field. His teammate has deployed out Pioneers. This Volks seems a little bit delayed to me. Maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know why. I feel like his teammate is missing some stuff, because right now we've got 4 Panzer Grenadiers. He probably should have a bit more than just 2 Pioneers and relatively fresh Volks. Now I've got another Volks Grenadiers. Maybe he mismanaged his deployment. Lieutenant capturing up that VP as well as the infantry section up here. Infantry section push forward. The Grad has received some repairs. And backing on off now. As Grenadiers pushing their way forward now. Lieutenant here to support. I have some sandbags. We do not have a bunker here. Very nice. Maybe for a cash recovery bunker. And get those Grenadiers being depused early. He does have 2 Volks, which is also good for collecting up casualties. Along with his teammate, who's definitely not going to be getting any casualties there. Good amount of sandbags there. I've got 3 piles of sandbags, 4th on the way. Grenadiers, in case this garrison may want to focus on the guys open ground. He's starting to focus them down on open ground. 2 Volks behind some heavy cover there. Very, very nice. Lieutenant here to support out some of these squads. I don't think the garrison's inspired. Grad knocking the units out of cover now. And now the Scorpion squad does fall back. Does escape on out there. More Volks Grenadiers pushing down over here. There's a cash recovery bunker. There's actually a good number of casualties there. If he's able to secure a good enough, potentially he can perhaps get a Grenadier. This many casualties on the field. Volks Grenadiers getting flanked by this Scorpion squad, but we've got 3 of them behind these heavy cover there. As Grenadiers haven't been forcing back. Not doing a whole lot of damage to the British player. Medic pushes way forward. Another casualty being claimed. Is the medic getting hit? No, he's not. He's hitting the Volks. Looks like this player is having a bit of trouble. Does back this guy off, so get reinforcements. Casualty number 2 has been claimed. And there's a pile of casualties there. The other one went here, so some of these guys may expire. But you may get a free grenadier pretty soon, because there's still a couple more guys here. What, 3? Yeah, it looks like 3 right there. This will be casualty number 4, 5. Rifle grenades firing away, knocking these units around. The squad needs reinforcement. We got multiple bunkers there. Is that a machine gun bunker? There's a free grenadier.
They're losing ammunition depot.
Rifle grenades firing, so the casualty expired. He says he needs an MG. I think that's what's being upgraded MG bunker now, which will be... No, that's another casualty recovery bunker. Okay. It's a manpower game. He needs to get out the Comcraft Center as soon as he can. Get the veterancy going, because he's going to have a man span.
Now able to enjoy the benefits of our Jaeger command upgrade.
Is he going for a third one? I know, I've always said that going for multiple casualty recovery bunkers, it's really hard to stop all those medics, but now, 2 grenadiers pull on the field. He has, what, 3 Volks, 2 grenadiers? His teammates going for mass STGs, overrunning these forces, drops a Bren. And Scope squad picked that up. Mortar raining on in, so there's a mortar placement somewhere. Does lose a squad there. Scope squad does fall back. Mortar raining on in. He's specialty 1. He is going to be bleeding quite a bit. Lieutenant here. 1 command point already. Ooh, damage there. Falls back there. Vickers in placement. Now they need a grenade warfare. I know he has gotten for... He's going for a mortar. Okay, the mortar can help out the Vickers in placement. Don't know if it's a super great item, but maybe a decent item. Thank you for the follow, or that may be a YouTube subscription. Welcome to the channel. Grenadiers sneak inside the bunker to recover the suppression. Needs, please tell me that's Comcraft Center. Kriegsberg's being pulled on the field. He must be starving on manpower. Not starving, but not actually reinforcing either. He may let the Volks just die off. He may not be on to reinforce them. No, he's reinforcing some of them. He has an absolute man spam. He has 3 grenadiers, 4 Volks. Jeez. Martyr displacing does deploy on there. He may want to keep his pioneers close by to get it repaired up. AoE suppression coming forward. Grenadiers, STGs not coming forward. Flank. Vickers placement does go down. Do have a 17-pounder here. And rifle repeats do get some good hits there on the mortar's dead. Lieutenant's dead. Mega destroyed crit there. Panzergrenadier's falling back. And he blocked his own Panzergrenadier, but does escape on out, I think. Volks Grenadiers and Grenadiers pushing forward. It'll be good idea from go for Pack 30 and efficiency. That mortar replacement's going to do some good work there. They're all static there. Oof. But he has so many medics. He's getting ripped apart. I don't know. It's just... He gets another Grenadier. It may be worth it just to let the Volks die off. I don't think he can support them. He has no manpower. Okay, he needs specialty 1 infantry. Think of all the health regen. It will provide a lot of value, to say the least. It's a good hit there. Casualty there, so that'll be finishing another free squad. I think. There's medics everywhere. You can't gun down all the medics, there's too many. There's Veterancy 1 infantry, so he's going to get some much needed health regen. He has to lose squads. He has too many squads. Now here comes the charge. Focus the rifle grenades because they provide AoE, then focus on the PX because they're posing a threat to his bunkers, but 2 is all you need. Doesn't need the 3rd bunker, honestly. Friends take some damage. Looks like the Pensley player is heading up north. Rifle grenades getting massive damage. None of the medics are actually dead. Those lose that bunker entirely. It looks like one medic's alive. They all pulled up around there and they all got killed off. Things on fire. Keep the grenadiers alive. Let the folks die. So many casualties. Okay, there's 2 medics now on the field. Pioneers can use repairs. He has to save the medics. We got 2 casualty recovery stations for the Brits. Maybe 1 from each player? I have no idea at this point. Looks like the Pansley players will overrun this British player. More mortars running in. More. Another casualty can be recovered. Okay, he does get a free grenadier. And some of these medics are getting barraged by the mortar emplacement. I really wish you could see the kill counter on mortar emplacements, because I wonder how many kills it has. It has to be close to at least 15 right now, maybe even 20. If you can squeeze out another efficiency upgrade, that will go a long way. He has 6 grenadiers. Looks like an officer artillery, or yep, from the captain. So this player has gone for artillery. He's going to this med bunker, but he has 10 squads of infantry on the field. I don't think I've ever seen this much Axis infantry in one location. He has to go for a Panzerschreck for AT. He can't afford anything else. He's going to be overrunning. The Panzerschreck will be very useful. And 1 medic bunker remains. Mortar emplacement is a high priority threat. More than the 17-pounder somehow. Lieutenant and Captain back on off. Casual recovery bunker here. These units, the Panzer squad does get forced back first, but the rest of these are getting gunned down. I guess he should have gone for advanced emplacements, Royal Engineers. We would have thought that would have been very useful. Officer artillery rating on in, force back the bolts. It does take that out there. Martyr support his teammate redeploys a Martyr out. That should be good, I think. It is vulnerable to small arms fire, so perhaps could be button incendiary mortar there. And looks like the mortar in place is not going to be picked off there. Go ahead and just start shooting it. It's vulnerable to small arms fire. Mortar half track now being focused down. It too is vulnerable to small arms fire. Panzer Grenadiers over here. It's going for efficiency 2 infantry. Pioneers are relatively expendable. He has an infantry composition, he doesn't really need them, and they're cheap enough to replace. Martyr may have got button there, no mostly driving away. Can Martyrs crush stuff? Can Martyrs crush infantry? I have no idea. I rarely ever see them deploy on the field, I just have no idea. They're usually too fragile to even attempt to go into melee range. Panzer Grenadiers will need to fall back. There's just too much here. Falls back that 1 squad, but most likely get wiped out. That's just, yeah, it's a bad retreat path. B-43 squad's the only one that escaped on out of there. I mean, he sees what he's going for, right? Looks like they're a bit dysfunctional, to say the least. I mean, sometimes you just have to look and see what your opponent's going for and adapt to whatever playstyle they have. Because if I would have seen this from his teammate, I'd see the British sort of blobbing encounter. Panzer IV C seems like pretty good, or a verbal win. Not sure what Doctrine's gone for. Still all 10 squads are alive. Pansley player, I don't know, doesn't appear to select a Doctrine. Looks like the Pansley player does back up the game. so I have no idea how this is going to go. Oh wait, no, that was the Wehrmacht players backed out of the game, so just the Independence League player. So now there's US AI with all these squads. Well, the AI is losing a large amount of squads pretty quickly. In which the AI can do quite well with all these squads. They're like the man spam, so maybe decent, got good damage there. So the AI does not get any manpower or munitions cheats, like it does in computers too. Why did the marksman there? So I want to see how the AI does with all these squads. Not great, that's for sure. Grenadier's getting hit. Now got a stag hound. The AI does use For the Fatherland. Martyr set on up. And the AI gets another Grenadier. Martyr does receive engine crit there. Credits there onto the stag hound. Gets a good hit. And does hit the martyr there. The AI does get Fishshwa 1 support units, which doesn't really need. It's got Grenade Warfare. Not sure how effective AIs are with Grenade Warfare, so I'm assuming not great, like if anything. Farm morale is now pulled on out. Zombie army pro. Yeah, that's probably a good description. Sorry, I didn't see that comment. I was just so focused on the spam. And double lieutenant, which is probably a good way to help counter a spam. Yes, so many rifle grenades for the spam. This could have been such a strange and wonderful game if he would have not have backed out of the game. I mean, the British player is trying to counter the man spam with double lieutenant triple rifle grenade, which I think that's good, but I also have no idea. Farmo gained some shots there. I'm half tempted just to sort of back out the game now since it's now AI. But the Wehrmacht AI is doing somewhat well. Both grenadiers engaged in the H section. The AI does have registered artillery, so that is a spammable ability that could perhaps it uses. Good hit there on the Panzerschreck. The AI still has a good number of squads in the field. Up north, got a Grenadier, Cromwell moving around.
You're losing a sector.
And yep, an AI on Shimwagon right now. That sounds about right. There's a reason why in my modern computers too, it may so the AI, when it researches a certain upgrade, it disables some units, such as initial vehicles like this. Let me guys know if you want me just to continue on to the next game, because it's just an AI game now. Or casually player may just want to back on off. I mean, it's fighting with an AI, which the AI is, if assumed it can somewhat preserve its squads, can do decently well, but this British player is countering the man spam. But right now, at this point in time, maybe a little bit too much of a counter. Cromwell, Staghound, just way forward. Panther's not bored by the Panzer Elite player. Not many Piets in this region. Cromwell won't be able to do much versus Panthers. His mortar half track could get gunned down. Booby trap's been triggered up here and may actually get fully wipe out that squad. sections backing on off. Panthers charging like forward, takes out the Cromwell. Grenadiers get inside the garrison, then outside the garrison. Trying to go for some crushes here. Grenadiers trying to get overran. AI Grenadier takes some damage, but most of the Panthers just have a shooting gallery in front of them. The problem is they're using bow and arrow when they need a machine gun or shotgun. Does get button there, does have Piet there, nice close range. And I think this one's also the one who has officer artillery. I'll take a look at that replay. Oh, there goes a large amount of officers. He does back off there. Oops. Sometimes click on the mini-map, brings you off the side of the map. So the Panthers got... This one got a good amount of crushes there.
Listen up, you fucking wankers.
Language, buddy. Taking out some of the medics now. Just not very effectively. And since both casualty recovery stations, this one is mostly dropping off over here, so a third medic is decided to join over here. And you can really drop off a casualty over there to get a free squad. There's British player here. Doesn't appear to have selected doctrine. Let's see. Which one has an insane resource float? This is a good amount, that's for sure. It has not gone for armor command truck. The Wehrmacht player's not going to have a manpower flow. Even one, it's an AI. Two, there's a lot of stuff from the point of view. And he's going for the AI's. Wait. The AI is deploying out a Flak 88 here. It has two MP40s in the garrison, the AI. What? And it retreats away from this. Puma being upgraded. The AI Puma's being upgraded to 50mm. Panthers straight forward. Both of them veteran C2, so they have the pintle mounts. Two squads of Piets here, including a captain and lieutenant. A grenade has been thrown. Rifle grenades firing. Black 88 taking some shots. Officer artillery, I think, being called on in. I have no idea. Now we've got artillery raining in on this garrison. Every part of the AI's forces, Black 88 firing away, not dead just yet, but many of the AI's units are being ripped apart. Those lose half the grenadiers, have lost half the Volk's grenadiers. As the player does have quite a bit of resource stockpile as well. He perhaps could deploy about 4 Panthers. Does bring a sector artillery in this sector, so we've got more orders being dropped on in. When he probably should actually eye for like Panzer IVs. Actually, he has Panzer IVs or Hotchkisses, because something in infantry could be very useful. Firefly deployed now, very nice. Panthers taking some hits. Possibly? I have no idea. It also seems like a pretty stupid match as well. I really wish he didn't back on out. I don't know why, just having man spam versus man spam just always seems interesting. And somehow the Flak 88 is still alive. And the 50mm Puma is alive as well. Armor command truck back here. Some units here as well. Did he lose his HQ? Oh, there's his HQ. Booby trap there. This is not by the AI. So, well, the AI is also Wehrmacht.
Self-propelled artillery pieces can now be commissioned for our troops.
Hummel now deployed on the field. We should be very effective against this group. That makes sense why he didn't not going with another pair of Panthers. The Hummels are probably a better option. The Panzer League players who have double capture in their favor, and they're going to soon pull ahead in VPs. Panthers now efficiency 3. The AI has spotted 2 Grenade Warfers, which may actually be decent. Increased squad sizes for the Panzer League player, artillery rating not in.
Are available for deployment. Achtung.
Black 88 firing away.
Victory point.
It's far are pushing their way forward. And there's still need some repairs. Can't land his AI teammate to build repair bunkers, so he was probably have to repair them up himself. Maybe a good idea to go for a second Hummel in this situation. Oh boy, how bad is this manpower? Not what I was expecting. I was thinking it's going to be close to 0, not above 1,000. What is this game? You got the Axis players with AI somehow doing well. A British player who has now just spent about 500 manpower on reinforcements and still is floating 700. A booby trap here that's not being dodged. A 70-pounder being plotted field, which actually does make sense along the Firefly. I think when one of them said it was these players were like level 1s, so they're probably not good. I always forget, Computers 2, level 1 is low rank, level 20 is high rank. Not sure if that's like that for Computers 1. That's how it just simply is Computers 2 if I said 1. Schirmwagen and 222s push way forward. 50mm engaged in the 70-pounder. I did not realize that Pumas can be reasonable versus 70-pounder. Guess they have to be efficiency 2. AI Hulk Grenadiers push way forward. Those lose some of these squads there. Keep projections charge way forward or rifle from grenades. The damage should crit down to the Schirmwagen. Looks like the 50mm improvement does go down. MP40 is engaging. And the pounder not engaged with 2-3-4. Level 1's low and co. You go 1. Okay, same as Computers 2. Got it. In other words, more close to brand new, or even lower than brand new, because brand new I think starts you out in the middle. And quite a bit of death here by the Hummels. Yeah, I think most time games, for example, when games that use ELO ratings starts you out at 1,000, so if you're below with 1,000, you're technically lower than beginner, if that wouldn't make any poor sense. What the hell? What? What is this game? Oh, come on, what is this game? This game's breaking me. What the heck? Okay, what is this game? Why must ragdolls? I'm broken.
Down to 300 points. Third battalion's just received access to self-propelled
Sorry,
artillery.
I'm tearing up. What is this game? What? Why is the beam support truck there? It's pushing forward.
Passed down the line.
Oh.
Gunline has confirmed they can execute counter-battery. Our field
Yeah, but that was just a truck.
destroyed.
Oh, that one's AI? I must have missed the notification. Okay, if that's an AI, that makes sense. I didn't realize that got swapped out in AI as well. Alright, that game's over.
Self-propelled artillery
I'm
has
just
reached
broken.
Battalion HQ is confirmed.
I am absolutely broken. Thank you.